think what's notable is the global consensus around the need for China to change its practices around issues like intellectual property. And I expect the Biden administration to continue the work with China to get them to focus on this, but that they will do it on a more of a multilateral basis, a more strategic basis, working with our allies. But the business sector is very unified, I think, in the United States in understanding that we cannot accept this continued practices of China, particularly in the area of intellectual property.
What do you think of this competition between the Chinese and the US tech ecosystems? Is it fair to call it a competition at this point?
Well, I think in some aspects as to who will be a leader in the area of artificial intelligence, that is an area that is going to develop, in my view, only in partnership with government. The Chinese government has begun investing heavily and working with their private sector to develop the new technologies based upon artificial intelligence. Europe is looking at that. I think the US already is leading, but it needs more, I believe, of a strategic approach involving the government, because the private sector alone cannot take on the entire Chinese government and private sector, which is very focused on this. So it is a competition. I think the society as a whole will benefit from the innovation that will come from it. But if the US is going to continue to be a growing economy, an innovative economy, it has to master that new technology.
So what are the weaknesses on the US side, in your opinion, then? And where is the opportunity to grow in this competition, as you describe it?
Well, it's a cliche, but I think it's true that artificial intelligence will change the economy in much the same way that electricity did in the 20th century. So it's applying it to a wide range of products. At Nasdaq, we are applying it to areas like anti-money laundering and investigations, where you have huge amounts of data that come into financial institutions.